streaming? Excuse me. Yeah, are we streaming? Looks like it. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. What do we have in store for us today? Well, according to Jdubs, we are supposed to be going live with him for his birthday bash. And his birthday bash so far looks like that on his channel. So we're just waiting for him to go live. If he doesn't go live, then we're fucked. Just screwed. So let me see if there's anybody here. Oh, there's people. There's people. My audio is very low. Thank you. My audio is very low. My audio is very low. How's that? Is that better? I think it's better. Can barely hear you. Ooh, cheat. Can you barely hear me now? There you go, Captain Ricard. What does he say? I don't really watch Star Trek that much, so I'm not really all that familiar. The question is, do we have a backup plan? And I think we should make one. Huh? Oh, there is a backup plan, and I'm it. I'm actually, hold on a sec, let me show you. I'm actually sitting here in my Discord. So if you want to join in and watch Jdubs' birthday bash, if it ever happens, or talk about Jdubs and Von Helton, or anything else, really. How many days did it take Stinky to get to Ohio? I don't know, 3, 4. I can't remember. I'm not sure. But right now we're waiting for the Jdubs to start his stream, and I don't know if he's going to or not. I don't know. If he doesn't, then we're going to have to go to Plan B. But before we go to Plan B, I want to create a Plan B. So essentially, what we're doing is it's a Jdubs show, right? So until he goes live, what we can do is watch some Jdubs stuff from the past. Well, you know what we can do. I've made a couple of clips from way back when, and also from recently. So I'm not really looking to rebroadcast anything. What's this? Addressing my last hangout. What is that? Should I try that one? Addressing my last hangout? Okay. In order to do that, what do I need to do? Excuse me one moment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a one-man show. And so, you gets what you pay for. Let's see. I think I've played this one before. Oh yeah, it's Shani. It's Shani, and I don't want to play Shani addressing Jdubs because it's Jdubs show. Be a Hebrew in one easy step. Oh, that sounds like fun. Let's try that one. How to be a Hebrew in one easy step. It's too small, Mr. Sydney Winston. Way too small, but okay. Well, here it is. Okay, how to be a Hebrew in one easy step by Jdubs until he comes on board. Okay.
This is like the I'm like, you know what? There's no fluff in the matter because people like to, add things and they like to convolute things. I'm not. That's not my shtick. That's not what I do. So right here, we're gonna give it to you low down, easy peasy. You're not gonna mistake it. One easy step. We're gonna call this video. We're gonna do this Hebrew in one easy step. Okay. Very easy. So let's put it to you this way. If I was to say to you, I'm going to mail you a letter, right? Or I could make a phone call. Let's say I'm going to dial your phone number, right? Now, if I put in the wrong phone number, I can't get a hold of you, right? No matter how many times, doesn't matter I get 6 out of the 7 digits right. If I get, it doesn't matter. One digit wrong, it's not going to connect to your phone, so you can call me, right? It's going to be off. So you got to dial the right phone number. If you have the phone number, you can call me, right? Right, like on the screen, my phone number 929-242-9593. Call that number, and you can get a hold of me, right? But if you put
All right. Call that number, and you can get a hold of Jdubs, and you can ask him why is he not available for his birthday bash. You want a link, guys? You gonna come in? You want? Well, let me just let Jdubs carry on.
9594, or you put 252-9593, right? And it's one number of why I did 90% right. Why not 100? Right? You didn't do it right. People want to know about how do I get to do it. I know, like, talk to God. How do you be a Hebrew? What does it mean to uh, what does the chosen, how do I get chosen, whatever, right? You dial the numbers. You punch in, right? So this is the thing, though. But people don't realize, there's a whole discussion on B'nai Noach, Ger Toshav, what is which, who is who, am I one? Well, this is the thing here. It takes it from the story of Avraham. Avraham, I know I repeat this story all the time, and I apologize because there's really no other way, because this is how it works. I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face, until people actually, the camera's going out of focus, until people actually get it through their thick skulls about how it works. Avraham once prayed to God, right? He was a great astrologer. He saw the stars, and you open up the New York Times, right to the comic section, and you can read your horoscope. This is what's going to happen to me. This is my horoscope. This is the mazel that God gives to everyone. That's why it works. Anyone can get a newspaper in the comic section, read their fortune, and it will come true. You're going to meet the love of your life. Oh my God, I met my love of my life. So one day Avraham asked the Lord, he says, I have nothing here. I'm basically a loser and a nobody. What's going on here? I don't have no wife, no kids, no land, no nothing. So God says, yeah, this is what I give you, Avraham. This is what I give you. But you're only looking at what's going on from down here on earth. Look up into the heavens. right? You seeing what's from this reflection, this side of heaven. Let me take you over the stars. So God took Abraham over the stars into heaven, and he showed him how it was happening from a heavenly perspective, and how God is manipulating the entire world into how everything is happening. Not only will you have a wife, you have Sarah, the greatest wife ever lived, the beautiful, most beautiful, the princess of the Jewish people. Not only will you have children, but you'll be the father of many nations. Ishmael will be the Muslims, and Esau will be the Christians, and then you have the Jewish people. There you'll be the father of many nations, right? Not only will you have an inheritance, not only will you have cattle, not only will you have livestock, but you have the entire land of Israel, right? It's your heritage. It belongs to you, right? So the question goes, what was it that Abraham did? What what's the Hebrew part of it? What's the gear part of it? What's the conversion part of it, right? How did Abraham do it? How did God take Abraham above the stars? So what you do is this. This is easy. Okay? What Abraham was able to do, what a gear is able to do is somehow circumvent the system, break the system, right? The system is there's Jews and there's Gentiles, right? And this is the way it is, this is a keyboard, this is a printer, right? Computer, bed behind me, right? This is just the way things are. This is the reality. But somehow Abraham was able to change reality. He was able to trace the way things work back to heaven. And while he was in heaven, he was able to put in the codes, right? He was like a Russian hacker working for the Clintons, doing the uranium one deal. Right? Let's break the system. Let's hack the system. He circumvented this way things were meant to be. He was able to change it, rewrite the code. Oh, he put the code from heaven, right? The way things are dripping down, right? No wife, no kids, no property, no inheritance, right? Nothing, right? And he was able to circumvent the system by somehow able to go to heaven. And right, I'll take you beyond the stars. He was able to change his destiny. He was able to change his fortune, right? His mazel. That's a gear. That's Hebrew. That's what it means to be a Hebrew. A Hebrew means you're not destined by what is written in a book or what's written in the stars to say, right? It's not written in the stars. It's not, yes, in a certain way, it's divine providence, right? Not a leaf blows in the wind without it being the Lord's will, right? But in a way, you can circumvent this system. In a way, you can sort of change it. In a way, you can go above heaven. You could go above the decree that is set off for you and change it. Be who you want to be. You're destined to do it. So next time when someone says, what's the matter? What do you mean you're not a Hebrew? What do you mean you're not a gear? Well, what's a gear? Oh, I'm a gear. I know. Did you somehow circumvent the system? Are you able to somehow change reality? You were able to somehow bring it back down. Find it, bring it back down. And so to those out there who are wondering, it's as easy as one step. Circumvent the system. One easy step. Go beyond the stars.
Well, that was all very nice, wasn't it? Jdubs giving us a good old lesson. Now he still hasn't come online. We're still waiting. He's got 13 people waiting in his room, and I have 18 people waiting in my room. So, Jdubs, get the fuck onto your computer. It's your birthday. Let us celebrate. Don't you think we can put everything away for the day and just celebrate Jdub's birthday? Don't you think it's fair? I mean, it's birthday, damn it. Why shouldn't he be able to celebrate? He's got nobody else to celebrate it with. He doesn't have any salamantu. He doesn't have any anything. Nothing. We've watched the Quran burning, right? I don't want to watch it again if we have. What's this? This looks interesting. Let's see what this is all about.
All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keene from GodTVRadio.com. Make sure you connect with me on Facebook and Twitter. Check out my website. If you'd like to support me, you can become a Patreon or give a one-time VI donation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here with Bacon Nuts or Bacon Bone. What's your name? There you go.
Bacon bone.
Can you do me a favor there,
He's
Bacon?
bacon to the bone.
Bacon.
I think we've seen this one,
Yeah,
haven't
Bacon,
we?
can you do me
Or
a
as the
favor real
Muslim would
quick?
say, bacon bone, bacon bone.
Bacon, can you bring your camera up a little bit so we can see what your hat says there? Make America Great Again. It sounds like we've got a Donald Trump supporter here. Very good. I'm a Donald Trump supporter. I voted him in. I was talking.
Unfortunately, I live in a state that is blue, so my vote didn't really.
Well, obviously,
Yeah, that's better, huh?
He's the president, right?
Jdubs, where are you?
Well, he didn't win the popular vote, so he won by college.
Yeah.
He won by whatever that's called, whatever that is. He got more
It's called the
states,
Electoral
basically.
College.
Electoral college.
Electoral college.
You got trouble logging in?
Ladies and
Why?
gentlemen, we decided that we wanted to talk about a few things and also test out this new webcam extension through Discord. And as you can see my buddy Jdubs. You can see Bacon Bone, and we're going to have a discussion about something. Something recently happened to me tonight while I was on Discord.
Hey,
I don't know
Stephanie.
if Dubs was in the entire time during this scenario. But I'm going to be asking him and also our Trump supporter friend over here what their thoughts are. What happened was a guy comes in the room, he pretends to be a Christian, claims that he had a loss in his life, that his grandmother had died. And everybody was very sad. We were very sympathetic, and we tried to give him spiritual advice and all that, and also help him on an emotional level. At the end of the conversation, everybody treated him with nothing but respect, and we tried to spend time with him. He then ended up revealing that he was actually an atheist and told me that he wanted to fuck my fat, ugly wife, is how he ended it. And I find myself in a position
Horrible.
when trying to get along with atheists. They will pretend to be religious. They will lie to me. They will deceive me. They will sexually harass me as well as my wife. Because that's a sexual harassment comment. When you
Hang on a second. So he's taking... Hold on a sec, yeah. Hold on a sec. How come you can't see me? What's going on? Where's my Discord? Oh, because I'm not in my room. That's why. Oh! I just saw you. Hold on a sec. I just saw you. Brojo, there you are. I think I need to unmute you. Did that work? Did that work? Options. Can you not unmute? Trouble logging in. Hey, Milkwood Farm. I've got some issues here. Give me a minute. Let's just carry on with Jdubs.
You say you want to fuck a woman you don't even know, and she obviously wouldn't find it appropriate, you saying things like that. So what is you guys' views, your experiences with atheists? Have you ever met an atheist that you didn't want to punch? I mean, talk to? Go ahead. I'm all ears. Let's start with Mr. Bacon Bits. Bacon Bits, would you be able to give us your experience with atheists? How did they treat you?
I lie to atheists. I don't cast my pearls before swine.
Did you say you lie to atheists?
I lie to the atheists. They lie anyway. They don't have any respect. They're nihilists. They don't. They don't have any real, I mean, where do they get their morals from? From another man? What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. So,
Right.
I
But
mean,
I could have
why should
sworn.
you?
Did you say just a moment ago, though, that you have lied to atheists? Because that's what it sounded like you said.
Correct.
Why did you lie to an atheist for? What happened there?
Do what?
Are you saying I don't know if
What
I'm
happened?
hearing
What
the
made you? He asked. You cut out there, Brett. I think you were trying to ask him what was the topic about that you lied to him for.
Oh, they just ask about your religion because that's one of the things they like to attack is religion. One of the servers I am, what they do is they'll try to a Christian will come and they'll try to turn him agnostic, then turn him into an atheist. It's just a big game to them, and I've seen them even attack atheists, their own fellow atheists, and try to turn them Christian, and then turn them back again. It's just a big game, I just lied to him. I don't,
you just
I'm
don't
just
give
not
a
going to
you
deal
don't
with
give a
it.
shit what they think. Basically, you're just like fuck it. You don't
Yeah,
want being a part of the game. What about you, Jdubs?
yeah.
You follow Jewish theology and all that, and you're nothing but a nice, relaxed, chill fucking guy. What's your experience been like with atheists?
All right.
They're usually hostile. But
Okay, Brojo, you
from
should
a
be able to
different, and you know
speak.
what? They come from it from a little. It's a little different with me because they deal with Christians all day and Muslims to a lesser extent. Very few Jews that ever come on the discussion board. So at first it's kind of like interesting. Oh, you're a Jew. Let's learn about it a little bit. But after you get over that little honeymoon phase, they pretty much fuck your face like what they said to you on the message board.
So, what religion does it seem like atheists get most excited about attacking, from your point of view?
Well, they don't go after the Muslims because the Muslims don't take shit from anyone. Um,
Really?
Not on the server I've been on.
Really?
They do go after the
they do
Muslims
go after
pretty hard.
Muslims.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Has-
Very few.
Really, maybe?
It'd be probably
true.
Christians the most, but that's because it's more Christians that are prevalent.
Still waiting for Jdubs.
Sites.
Yeah, Mr. Bacon.
Says suppressed. Oh
Do
man.
Muslims
Hang on a
actually
second.
hang out in a room with the atheists?
Gotta fix that.
They will hang out in their. I've had one hang out for a couple of hours, and it's nonstop, and they finally just leave. They won't accept
I got
it
to
no more.
fix. It's
They're
okay.
not accepted.
Atheists kick the Muslims out?
No. They just some of the people they call them the hyenas. So the hyenas, the group, the hive mind will attack until the person just can't handle it anymore and they leave on their own. They don't kick them out.
All right, so they anger the Muslim until he leaves or she leaves.
They insult them, assault them, demean them.
Where'd you go?
Make Allah look stupid, make Muhammad look
Shit,
stupid,
man.
make the person look stupid.
Yeah, I think that if you get about 10 people on one
All right,
person,
I'm gonna give you a different.
for a person
Oops.
to defend themselves or have any kind of conversation, especially if the Muslim is
All
not
right.
native.
Are
to
you
America
able to
and
unmute?
able to articulate English as well. Yeah, I can see that. Do you think that an atheist would actually go over into Muslim territory and talk that type of trash?
No.
Do you think that atheists got the balls?
We all hear the horror stories, Brad.
I'm gonna move you to a different room, Brojo.
We read our news articles. I mean, you've done it on your channel.
That
You
one.
talk about it. They
Here we go.
There we go. I
they
should be able to
give
hear
a
you.
One
Hold
way
on a
ticket
sec.
down to paradise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Didn't
Hold on a second. All right. Looks like we are connected.
Happy birthday, Jdubs.
Happy birthday, Jdubs, indeed.
How old is he?
I don't know, 39, I guess, today? I'm not sure.
39.
39. Now, why have my screen gone all messed up? Why is it
Yeah, now
messed
you're not on cam anymore.
No, I'm not. I'm going to fix that in a minute, but my screen's all messed. And I don't know why.
So I'm sure he's gonna have it. Where is he? He's gonna have his birthday bash. I'm sure he's looking to make some money.
You'd think.
I
What the
think.
hell?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Ah, okay.
And where's?
Huh? Where
Do we
is?
have any update on Von Helton?
Von Helton, just this morning, he put a video up showing his street, whatever the hell he lives in.
Did you run out of gas yet?
I don't know. I can't tell you. That doesn't look like it. Shit. Why is that not working? Something's not working.
Where are you?
Oh, there we go. Maybe
Where are
it'll
you,
work better.
John?
Come on, John. Don't mess with us. You know, we don't have all day. You know how it is.
What time is he scheduled?
Top of the hour, 27 minutes ago.
Oh, he's late. Nothing in chat.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't even know his channel anymore.
There we go. Okay, I've got the something's wrong with something's wrong with the coloring. I gotta fix. Oop,
Jdubs.
it's not that one.
Character.
Oh,
Do you remember? Do you know the Idol Smasher?
the Idol Smash. I've heard of him. Yeah.
Because Jdubs used to do Noahide shows with him.
Right. He was some kind of a Jew kind of thing, sort of.
Yeah, he's a Noahide, which I call him. I have a name for them. They call them Gentiles. You know, Gentiles want to be Jews. Right? Or they're ex-Christians or something.
They're idiots. Why would they want to be a Jew?
Yeah, so I call them Gentiles.
Jew
Yeah, I just spoke to James. Actually, James is his name. The Idol Smasher. Really nice guy. Good guy.
Yeah.
Just actually saw him the other day. Hey, we talked a little bit about Jdubs. They used to do a show together.
My camera's on. It should be. Ah, there we go.
I don't know what happened.
So, how have you been? Like, what have you been doing? I haven't spoken to you for 10 years or something.
I'm doing awesome. Well, you have to subscribe to my channel. We're doing hangs all the time.
Really?
We do karaoke, yeah, 420 Cafe. And probably going to go back, do some stuff on my original channel, which was a Christian channel when I first started YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
Yes.
All right.
That was many years ago, Sydney. I don't know how long I know
Shit,
you.
man. It must be 10 years ago.
At least, well.
Yeah.
Well, I left the faith in 09.
Oh, you did? Congratulations. That bloody time. Why were you pushing Jesus?
Why?
Yeah. Like, how could you possibly
I thought he was my
believe?
savior.
I
I thought he was my savior.
know. How could
Save
you
me from my
possibly believe
sins.
that?
He's gonna let me go to heaven.
I understand. Sorry. But how could you fall for that? I mean, how can you actually...
How could you fall for it?
Yeah. How could you fall for Jesus being an actual thing? Like an actual...
I know. Looking back, in hindsight, it's like, how did I believe
Yeah.
most of this stuff?
So what I'm trying to do, Bro Joe, is I'm trying to... You know how we used to sit and talk and argue and for hours and hours and hours, days on end about
Yeah.
this and the
We
other,
did some of that.
Christianity and... But I'm trying to simplify it all. In other words, what I want to do is I want to separate those people who accept that energy, that existence, energy itself is fundamental. There's nothing before that. Energy always has been. First law of thermodynamics. Energy exists, period. End of story. So that's where I want to get. And on the other side, there's going to be those who say, yeah, but but God and but Jesus, but this, but that, but supernatural, but I had an experience, but I had a personal conversation, and all this kind of stuff. I'm trying to separate the two groups so that we don't have Christians arguing with Christians about stupid theological nonsense, because who cares, right? So what I'm trying to do is pretty much separate the men from the boys.
Men from the boys.
Yeah, take a stand, and say God exists or God doesn't exist, and bring me your.
I need you to define your definition of God.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't say God. I should always forget about the word God. I just say the creator of existence.
Creator of existence.
The creator, yeah, of all of existence.
Oh, that's interesting terminology used there.
Well, before the creator, or before the creator created, what was there? Just the creator, or was there
Well, now
nothing?
you say creator. Now, are you saying like a being, like a
No,
the Bible creator?
No, forget about the Bible. The Bible is just fiction. Forget about it. That's
Well,
the thing. That's the thing I want to go forward with. Forget about the Bible. The Bible is just a work of fiction, and you can't rely on it.
But the issue here, Sydney, is that when most atheists speak of God, they are referring to the God of the Bible, because that's who they deal with most of the time.
I know, but you're not listening to me. I said to you, forget about God, forget about the Bible, and just talk. We're just talking about the existence. I claim that existence is eternal. It's fundamental. There's never been they can't. It's impossible for there to be, say, non-existence. Existence is eternal.
Now, okay, but was there existence before energy?
Energy is fundamental.
With existence.
Energy is existence. It's fundamental. It's
Energy is. So you're saying energy is existence.
Yes.
And existence is energy.
Yeah, sure.
Now, what if someone said God? If someone said that God is the prerequisite for existence?
Okay, then how did your God come into existence?
What if God is energy?
Well, if God is energy, and energy is fundamental, and energy is basically physics and chemistry. Where's the godly intelligence? Where's the intelligence that a creator, only a creator? You see, it all becomes nonsense.
No.
Yes.
No.
If we agree that existence is fundamental, if we agree on that, then there's no place to crowbar a creator into creating something that's uncreatable, that is already there, that always has been, that's never
How do you know
not
anything
there.
exists without a mind, though? Don't you need your mind to know that existence exists? Or that you even exist? Or that anything exists? Don't you need a mind to be aware of it?
What are you talking about? You saying I don't have a mind?
Existence.
I know, but you're saying I don't have a mind? Maybe Christians don't have a mind, but I think I do.
Yeah, but this thing you called existence.
It's not a thing. You're it. You're part of it. It's a thing. It's not a thing. It's not something that you find in a storybook.
It's something you're doing, right? Existing?
No, I'm not.
No?
It's not about me. It's got nothing to do with me. It's about existence itself.
How do you say existence is fundamental to everything?
I don't understand what you mean. I didn't say I just said fundamental. You're making shit up, man.
I'm not making anything.
Yeah, you're saying. I say to you, existence is fundamental, and you say to me, yeah, but who created existence? That's a silly question, because existence is fundamental. Look at the first law. Look at the first law of thermodynamics. What does it say? It says energy exists. You can't add to it. You can't subtract from it. It's just there. There you go.
It can either be created nor destroyed.
Yeah, but it's there. Exactly. It's there.
Always there. It's energy is always there.
Correct. There you go. Now you understand.
So is energy come before existence?
Energy is existence.
I mean, you make
Energy is
existence to be a
existence.
thing.
Energy, matter, existence, whatever you want to say, it's all the same.
Who's on first? Oh, that's Abbott and Costello. Okay.
Yeah, that's Bro
So,
Joe and Sydney Winston.
energy and existence to you are the same thing.
That is correct.
Okay. Energy exists. So, does everything come from the energy? Your video is not matched. Wait, I'm looking.
What do you mean, does
sorry,
energy-
that's happening. I'm looking at the YouTube video. That's what I'm doing.
Oh.
Intelligence.
What about intelligence? It's got nothing to do with existence. It's got nothing to do with energy.
Only has to do with humans.
Yeah, but humans came, 200,000 years ago? A million years ago, whatever. It's got nothing to do with it. Humans are not part of the equation. Humans are just part of existence. So is everything that lives and everything that dies, all part of existence.
Yeah,
But Jesus,
like
on the other
really-
hand, is not part of existence because Jesus is a myth.
Well, I'm not even going to Jesus. I would agree with you there about Christianity, that the God of the Bible doesn't exist.
Okay, so what's your point of view? Where do you stand? Give me your. You seem to
My
think.
stand-
You seem
my
to
stance
think.
is-
You seem to think that
Yeah.
that a creator God is possible, or that a creator is possible. So let's hear your rationale for that.
No, I don't. I don't believe a creator, like a being God, exists.
So
Like a personality.
yeah. Oops.
Yeah. But it is like an energy or a field or a. I believe that the intelligence or matter, everything emerges, comes from that energy. It's the source of everything, the ground of all being.
That is what.
And
What
it's
is that?
always
Energy.
what-
Energy. Is that what you're saying? Energy is.
But you just want to, you think, you just make energy out to be what? This like what? Floating thing? It's got nothing to it, no substance, no.
No, energy is
no
well
character.
vibration. Energy, and that's the thing about a quantum.
Vibration.
There cannot be nothing. There will always be quantum effects, quantum fluctuations. That is why the creator or the creationist line of thinking is wacky.
So what I think is poorly done is their way of explaining existence. What religion hopes for.
Yeah, but religion and God are two different things. You can be religious even though there's no God, even though God doesn't exist at all, and you can even accept that God doesn't exist at all.
Sydney, why do most people, do you think, believe in a God?
Because they're not critical thinkers. They haven't been taught to think for themselves. They haven't been taught to question everything. They just, without thinking about it, accept what they've been told and move
Do
on.
you
That's
think
it.
most of are not critical thinkers?
Yes, I don't think any Christian is a critical thinker. I don't think
that's
any theist is a critical thinker.
You don't think smart people can believe some dumb thing?
They can believe what they want, but they have to acknowledge that it really doesn't exist.
Well, this is belief. We're talking about belief, of faith.
Fine.
And I'm asking,
Have your
why
faith,
do you
have
think-
your belief, but
why
you
do
got to acknowledge that it doesn't exist. 'Cause
Why
it
do you
doesn't.
think, though, that most people do believe in a God?
Because most people are ignorant, and they haven't asked the right questions. They just accept what they've been told for the last 2,000 years.
It goes deeper than that, Sydney.
Tell me.
All right, because I've had tons of these conversations. It goes deeper than that.
Oh yeah.
What did? Yeah.
Well, tell me. Well, that
Okay,
doesn't
well,
tell me
I'll tell
anything.
you.
Tell me.
Tell you, do I have the ear of your audience?
Yeah, we got some people watching, and hopefully they're interested in this conversation, even though Jdubs hasn't turned up.
Well, I
And
think most people believe in a God. Like part of the reason I believe in God, it's the dealing with the fear of death, and
fear
if
of
there's a
death.
hope of something better than this life, because some people's lives are really miserable, or they have a negative view of things. So the hope of a better life happening after death is very appealing.
Fine. Okay.
Heaven,
Very appealing.
nirvana, these kind of things, right?
For
Hey,
sure.
here's another reason. Here's another reason.
All right.
All right, the flip side of that coin is um, justice. Because the idea of some really evil motherfuckers getting away with murder and dying and never going to jail or nothing like that, all right, is really frightening for some. So the idea of someone getting their due, even when they die, like this is where you get hell and purgatory and all this other stuff. I mean, that is kind of satisfying too. That a God has it all under control.
So you think it's okay to live your life with the understanding that you're going to die and you're going to carry on living forever. Whatever
So I think that's okay.
it's inherently irrational.
I don't have a problem with a person believing that.
Me neither. You can believe what you like, but what you have to accept is that don't tell anybody else to believe it when you know deep down that it's really just a faith-based thing and it's got nothing to do with evidence and reality.
And
Just
most people
all
do
I
that
want
shit.
all I want is for these religious people to accept to admit that they can't know anything about anything that they claim to know. They can't.
And
It's
I agree.
impossible.
I agree with you.
So there you go. And then if we can
But
reach
most of the people the people you're talking about, who want you to believe the way they do, most of those people are the evangelical Christians, you know. But I think most Christians, they don't. They're not interested in having a debate or caring or
oh
whatever.
really
They just want to live their
have
life,
you
go to
come
church
across
on Sunday.
the YouTube Christian Smoky Saint, the pedophile,
Well,
yeah.
well, yeah, of course they did. Yeah, I don't believe he's a Christian. I don't
Wait,
believe.
I don't believe it. I don't believe I don't know what a Christian is because there's so many different Christianities. I
Well,
mean,
I'll tell you my thing. I'll tell you something radical. I don't think real Christians exist because I mean, if I'm going to go by what Jesus says Christians should be doing, they're not doing it. And I'm talking about the supernatural stuff. All right, anybody could fake loving and caring and being kind. All
mhm.
right, anybody could do that. But give me some miracles, man. Jesus said you would do more than him. You would do the same things as him and more. Give me a couple of Christians to clear our children's hospital. Man, the believers you would have. People would be flocking.
Well,
Right? No evidence.
have you ever been
No
to
evidence.
Children's
No real
Hospital,
Christians.
to the cancer ward?
No real Christians, Sydney. They don't exist.
Well, in
They're only cultural.
Jesus has put cancerous kids into the cancer wards of children's hospitals. Jesus has put children suffering through immense pain. And
No, that was Jesus. Sydney, the Christian would say that's the.
that's the. What about the people? And there's been a few of them born with two heads or more appendages than they should have. Like what? Where's the image of God in human beings when just one thing can go wrong and shatters the whole image of God thing? But everybody just ignores it. Oh,
What
never
is the
mind.
image of God?
The image of God is you and me, But when you point out somebody who's born with two heads,
Right.
then the image of God goes away, right?
Well, maybe God has two heads.
Then we should all have two heads.
Hey, have you read the book of Revelation?
I actually have, and it was hilarious. It's hilarious. I don't see why. You know what? I don't. It really gets to me. Not gets to me. I find it really funny. Is when people talk about the Book of Revelation. Yeah, have you read it? You see what it says in there? Oh my God, humankind is done. If you don't accept Jesus, look what's going to happen according to the Book of Revelation. Absolute nonsense. But anyway, this is where I want to go. I want to take it to the point where the strong atheists accept that God is impossible. The strong atheists accept that energy is fundamental. And everybody else on the other side is who my opponents are. That's how I want it to be.
Yeah, you're very black and white, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it is a black and white thing. God exists or God doesn't exist. It's not a. There's no gray area.
Okay.
Is there? I mean,
God is the universe. God is the universe. It exists.
Yeah, but if hold on a second. A equals A, right?
Yeah.
So God equals God. The universe equals the universe. You can't say that God equals the universe.
God. Define God.
God is a concept. Is an irrational concept. There you go.
No, that's just an assertion.
Well then.
You're just asserting.
Well, okay. Well then shoot me down.
Right. You need a definition of God to not identify.
But God doesn't exist, so I can define God one way, and you can define another God. You can define God another way, and we both be correct because God doesn't exist, and we both have a definition.
If I define the universe as God,
you can't define the universe as God. That doesn't make grammatical sense. Because I can define if I can define a car as a
well, then give me a definition of
as
God.
A plane. I told you, God is the creator of all things that exist.
Okay, so
that's my definition.
All things, so a being.
Yeah, sure.
You're saying a being? Like,
where does the being come from? You're the one. I'm telling. Hold on a second. I'm telling you that God does not exist. You asking me questions about God, which I say doesn't exist, doesn't make sense.
But you're making an assertion that God doesn't exist, but you don't.
Yes.
You have. Okay, your definition of God is creator.
Of creator of existence.
So, the creator of the universe?
No. Jesus Christ, man. Existence. If you accept, and which I do, I accept the multiverse theory. So when you say creator of the universe, no, it's not a creator of the universe. The universe is a product or a reaction to something else that's physical. Okay, so whatever the universe came from, it's physical. So there's never a time when there isn't existence of some kind.
Okay. Well.
Now I'm not a learned person, so probably I'm not putting my point forward. But in my head, it's really solid.
Well, yeah, so you're making it up. So, I mean, okay, can we get a definite?
Well, why don't if you don't like my definitions?
Here's the thing: I'm having a problem with existence. Because existence is the fact or state of living or having objective reality.
No. Wrong. You're talking about existence, in a university where you can learn things. No, I'm talking about existence, hydrogen atom, existence. That's right to the very, 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 very simple,
what's the word? Being, right? Existence is having a being or reality.
Existence, no. Existence is reality. Existence is energy. Existence is everything that is. Whereas theology and Christianity and Judaism and all of that stuff is nothing that exists. All of that stuff is just. All of that stuff is just speculation, conjecture, and maybe wishing. Best wishes.
What's existence look like?
Excuse me?
What's existence look like?
Why don't you ask me a serious question? It was a silly question.
I mean, you say that's what is
Yeah, I mean,
all the time.
you're the
I would
one.
agree.
We're all living in existence, and you asked me what does existence look like? Come on, bro, Joe. I thought you were smarter than that.
Because I'm looking at the definition of existence.
All right. What is the definition?
State of having being or reality, in contrast to non-existence and non-being. Existence is often contrasted with essence. The essence of an entity is its essential features or quality, which can be understood even if one does not know whether the entity exists. Do you believe in that? Do you believe that's existence?
No.
I don't know.
No, that's
No,
nonsense.
you don't. That's Wikipedia.
It's nonsense. Exactly. Wikipedia's going to be right in certain ways and certain levels, but I'm not talking about human beings existing and believing. I'm talking about just pure, fundamental existence. That's it.
Pure fundamental existence.
Yeah.
Everything that is.
Yeah. Okay. Everything that is,
Now, I
ever
would agree
was,
with you.
and ever will
See,
be.
I would agree with you that
Okay.
something always is or always was. Right? We agree there, right?
I don't know. What do you mean by something? Sometimes, when I talk to people like agnostics and theists, I've got to be very careful because they're always trying to trick me with their wordplay. So when you say something, I need to know what you're talking about and not agree with or disagree with you until I
The
understand it.
universe, existence, whatever, the universe.
Why is it the universe? Why do you say the universe? Existence is not the universe. Existence is...
So are you saying existence exists? Did you say the existence exists before the universe?
Yes, exactly.
Before.
Yes.
Now, when you say universe, what do you consider the universe?
The universe is our place in reality. There's other
So
universes
are there
out
other
there
universes?
which is their place in reality.
So there are other universes in your...
Yeah, I believe so.
You believe so?
Yeah, well, rationally, and it seems to make sense. It makes more sense to me. It makes more sense to me that other universes exist and existence is eternal than some supernatural human thought of entity went and created everything, but without having a story of where that creator came from. How did that creator itself come into existence? There's never a story. There's never an explanation. You just got to accept it, they say. Well, I'm asking you to just accept that energy is existent. That existence is eternal. Energy is existence, and energy is fundamental. I'm asking everybody to accept that existence is fundamental.
Is existence omnipresent?
I don't understand your question.
Existence. Is
Okay.
it omnipresent?
No, it's not. It's right now. It's taking a drive to McDonald's to go through the drive-through, pick up a meal, and then existence will be right
So
back.
then you don't exist.
No, I don't exist until I get my Big Mac meal.
I mean, if it's always happened, it's everywhere. It's omnipresent, no? It always. I mean, and it's right. Right.
What are you talking
It's
about?
eternal. It's eternal.
Okay.
It's eternal.
All right.
Okay. It's omnipresent.
What?
Existence.
No, I don't understand what you mean by omnipresent.
Anything that exists is right there.
Yeah, but if it exists, it exists. You don't have to make up any other words.
Right, it exists. Right.
Exactly.
So
It exists. Fine. You don't
It's
have to
all-
say it
it's
exists
all-
and it's green. It exists. Finished.
is
End
all
of
the
story.
knowledge is all the knowledge within that existence? Is all knowledge within existence?
Is all knowledge within existence? Again, explain to me the source of
Anything within this
What do you
universe,
mean by that
know?
question? I don't understand. Is all knowledge within existence?
Knowledge, your laws of nature, your law of math, logic.
Well, where
I
do you
mean,
think it is? Okay. Well,
is it
why
all,
don't you answer that question for me?
or is that
Hi, everybody.
is all knowledge within the universe or within existence?
Come on. Stop
Yes or
messing
no?
with me. Now you're just making me laugh.
Are you saying there's no knowledge?
Am I saying that? Did
You're
I
saying
say that? You listen to you trying to
so? Are you
force
saying
words
that
into
all
my
knowledge
mouth.
is in the universe? Are you saying all
Okay,
knowledge is in the
fine,
universe?
whatever. I just said. I just said.
Why are you
I
finding
just
this
said.
difficult?
I
You
just
like yes
said.
or no
I just said.
questions.
Existence is eternal, and energy is fundamental. And when you start bringing in this nonsense about knowledge, as if knowledge is somehow a different thing to existence, I don't understand where you're coming from. I think maybe you're just trying to start an argument.
No, I'm not trying to start an argument. I'm trying to give a different perspective.
Well, then give me a different perspective.
I'm really trying.
You're trying to debunk what I say, but you're not succeeding.
Well,
That's
I'm going
essentially
on
what's
the
going
best
on here.
definition I know of that you might accept as what a god is.
There is no God. I don't accept that there's a God. Why should I accept
How
that there's a
can you?
God?
Are you? Are you making a claim that there is no God?
Absolutely. God is impossible. How's that? There's my claim. I mean, I couldn't make a stronger claim than that.
So you are like a strong atheist.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm the strongest atheist. You want to see?
Well,
Look.
I don't know
Look how
about
strong
that.
I am. Look at this. This is a strong atheist.
You've been working out.
You're damn right. I got Christians I got to fight.
So you're a pure materialist? Is that it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
You are.
sure. I mean, again, in my definition, in my interpretation of what you mean by materialist, yes. So unless we mean different things by materialist,
So where the matter come from?
it's fundamental.
Oh no! You already said that energy and existence was fundamental.
Right. Energy and matter are interchangeable. Same thing. Because first came energy and then came matter, but it's all the same thing.
Energy is matter what times with the whole Einstein equation there.
I don't know anything about Einstein. You know what? I don't pretend to know things that I don't know. Okay. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm honestly wrong.
My understanding is energy equals matter, right? Times square the speed of light.
Correct. Can you conceive how? Can you conceive of that equation? What it really is? If you take the mass of something, E equals mc squared. All right. So you take the mass. Let's say it's the mass is 100 pounds. So you take 100 pounds and you multiply it by the speed of light squared. Okay? The speed of light is incredibly fast. It's like, quick.
186,000 miles per second.
There you go. Now square that. 186,000 miles per second times 186,000 miles per second.
It's beyond
Exactly.
our senses.
That's right.
Right, beyond your senses.
Yes.
Sydney.
So let me ask you a question.
So there are things beyond your senses, Sydney, right?
Beyond my senses? Well, I have a very small footprint that that my senses actually reach. So what are you talking about?
I'm just saying humans' senses are very limited.
Then how come we went to the moon? How come we've sent probes to Mars? How come we've landed on Mars if we're so limited?
Okay. Oh, Okay, these are just baby steps.
Sure, but if we're so limited,
Our perception is limited. I mean, you would agree that animals can perceive things that we can't perceive.
I don't know animal. I can't talk to animals. I'm not going to agree on anything.
Oh, yeah, but we know that animals have different animals, insects, all have different ways of perceiving.
Of course, because everybody has to protect themselves in order not to be killed and not to be eaten and not to be
Meaning there's
But it's
a
got
lot of
nothing.
things
But that's got nothing to do with the fundamental.
no, it has a lot. No, it has everything to do with your strong atheism.
Well, okay. Let's try another thing. Let's try another. Do you believe in evolution?
Yes.
Okay. So now that you believe in evolution, you know that Adam and Eve weren't just created like that, and there was Adam and Eve. So that story's bullshit. Okay.
I don't believe in the Bible God. I thought you understood that already. I don't believe in the Bible God.
I was talking about Adam and Eve. I was talking about the God of the Bible.
I know, but that Adam and Eve, now you're referring to the Bible.
Well, Adam and Eve, the story of Adam and Eve, pretty much counters the evolutionary.
Are you arguing for Adam and Eve now?
I'm arguing that I am. I'm not arguing for Adam and Eve. I'm arguing that Adam and Eve are impossible. If evolution is true,
I
then
agree.
okay.
We
Now, if
agree
in order for
that-
Adam and Eve to be impossible, in order for Adam and Eve to be possible, you have to believe something irrational. And if you have to absolutely believe that evolution is false and evolution is a hoax and evolution this, that, and the other,
I don't
that the
believe evolution is
Christians,
a
that the
fault.
Christian, yeah, but that's what the Christians say. No matter what,
but-
no matter what a Christian says, if they say they're a Christian, and if they say that they believe in evolution, then they are hypocrites. Then they're talking out of both sides of their face.
Why are we talking about Adam and Eve, Christians, in the Bible? Why are we talking about that? I thought we were talking about God.
God doesn't exist. We can talk about God as much as you want. But
Yeah, but see, you agree that we can't perceive everything, right?
did I say that?
I'm asking you.
I don't. We can perceive everything. Yes, sure. Why not?
Right. So to say that there is absolutely no kind of God.
Yeah, but then you'd have to explain how the God got there.
Forgive the pun, short-sighted.
But yeah, you'd still have to explain how the God got there, and how the God got there is very easily explainable.
No.
Someone made the story up, or it was an oral traditional
No.
story that was carried on over
those stories,
many
yes.
generations, and
Yeah,
then
there you go,
eventually
back to
was
the
put to
Bible.
print. Excuse me?
Back to the Bible you're going to.
Well, that's
Go
the
back
only
to the
place.
Bible.
The Bible is the only
Bible.
place. The Bible is the only place where God claims to exist.
Where God claims to exist?
Mm-hmm.
You mean God makes the proclamation I exist?
Well, what's the first commandment of the 10?
Thou shalt worship the Lord your God and have no other gods besides
Right, now how can that
Him.
happen if that God doesn't exist?
That was a commandment. Well,
Yeah, exactly.
you have about the other religions, Sydney. I mean, Hinduism was.
Well, why are you giving me the kick the can down the road aboutism?
Because that's a created God.
That's
too,
nonsense.
Brahma.
Yeah, okay, so what?
Brahma's created God. It's before Christianity.
It doesn't matter. Now you're just making things difficult for me.
I'm not making it up. That's the Hindus.
Fuck the Hindus.
We're
Fuck
around
the Christians. Fuck the
1,000
Jews.
years
Fuck
before.
everybody. But bless the strong atheists.
So, what is your philosophy of life, Sydney?
I'm a stoicism.
Oh, I like Stoicism.
Yeah, that's my philosophy of life.
I believe in the four pillars of Stoicism.
Yeah. What about yours?
Yes. I would be. I'm a mixture of things. I have. I I
Excuse me.
follow. I am of the Bruce Lee philosophy. Bruce Lee said, "Absorb what is useful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put a little of your own stuff in there, and you make it your own. Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, and make it your own." So, yeah, I like Stoic thought.
Yeah.
I like Taoism.
Yeah. Taoism. What's that?
Ever seen like the yin and yang kind of thing?
No, I don't understand
The
that.
yin and
What is it?
yang,
Uh-uh.
yin and yang. You've seen the yin and yang symbol.
I've seen the yin and yang symbol, but I don't know what what it all means really.
I'm glad you asked.
Thank you.
Well, the yin and yang, well, or the Tao, because the Tao would be the whole, the circle, and then within the circle you have yin and yang. The yin and yang is the what someone is a positive or good influence, you know, not necessarily good, but it's positive, negative, and each has a slight influence of the opposite.
What?
And
Are you
this let's say this push pull effect. Think of because everything works in opposites, right? Left, right, push pull, up, down, right? That's the yin yang, right? But if I so nothing is it's not either good nor bad. It's just it's a different action, okay? And those actions are influenced by the opposite. Like
I
when you
don't
drive
understand.
like when you drive a car. I'm just trying to explain yin and yang to you. When you
Oh,
drive a car and you right you move the steering wheel, are you pushing it or are you pulling it? So it's like a same. There's the same. It's the same thing on. So that is what incorporates everything. Is that everything works with contrast? Everything is defined by its contrast. Light,
I'm not following
dark,
you. I'm not following you at all.
up, down. Well, that's and that's all incorporated in what Tao or the existence, that kind of.
All right.
So I'm trying to. There's a whole more to it.
You say so.
I believe, Sydney, that tech has we have lost our connection with nature,
Yeah.
and that if we learn to work with nature instead of trying to conquer it, that we can live healthier, better lives. Go with the flow state, man.
We can live healthier, better lives if we just moved on with positive critical thinking, drop the nonsense about religion and God, and do something productive.
Are you
Because
saying that religious folks are not doing anything productive?
yes, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, the ones here on YouTube, maybe.
But I'll pray for you. How productive is that? I'll pray for you. My thoughts and prayers are with you. That's not
Come on,
productive.
Sydney.
That's
You have to
insulting.
be. You're not being fair.
That's
You're really not being
insulting.
fair. Not being fair, Sydney. I don't think you're being fair.
I've never
I
been
think
accused of not being fair before.
your focus is too narrow to the ridiculous Christians here on YouTube.
Well, I will say this about Christians. I have a very soft spot for Christian Zionists. Christian Zionists are welcome on my show
Really?
any time of the day or night. Yes.
How come?
Well, as you know, I'm a Zionist,
You
and
are.
yes, very much so. I'm a secular Zionist, but I am a Zionist, and there is such a thing called Christian Zionism, which I 100% support.
So you can have common ground in continuing the genocide.
Well, you could have common ground in being as illiterate as everybody else who just said who says the same thing you just did. Because you know very well it's not the genocide is something that happened in Syria, maybe.
How many people got to die before it's a genocide? Or attempted genocide?
17 million.
17 million?
Yes.
That's
Just
a
like
lot.
the number of Jews that were killed by Germans, by the Germans. 17 million.
I thought that was 6 million. I thought the magic number was 6 million.
Oh, so 6 million people, 6 million Jews were killed by the Germans?
Well, that's the claim. I thought that's the claim. That's
You say you
17
accept
million.
that claim?
I mean,
Do you accept
I
that
don't
claim?
know that there were 6 million Jews died.
That 6 million Jews were killed by the Germans. Yeah, do you accept that claim? And in other words,
Accept
well,
that.
let me ask you, do you reject my claim that 17 million Jews were killed by the Germans? And do you
Yeah.
accept the claim that 6 million Jews, the popular claim that 6 million Jews were killed by
I
the
say the
Germans?
claim that 6 million Jews is more reasonable and probable than the killing of 17 million. Why? Because at the time, only 13 million Jews existed, according to the records.
Okay, so 6 million Jews were killed by the Germans.
About half the population, allegedly.
Right. Now,
That's genocide.
now, if you want to get into the Zionist conversation, and it's got nothing to do with religion, okay? Because killing the Jews, out of all the Jews that were killed, they weren't all religious and black hats and whatever people hate about the Jews. They were just most of them, a lot of them, especially the Germans, were just regular citizens like you and I are of our respective countries. So keep that in mind. And if you think 6 million Jews is a fair number to accept that the Germans killed 6 million Jews, 6 million fucking people? Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people that is? Can you conceive? Of 6 million people?
Yeah, I can.
What does it look like? What does it look like? What does 6 million people look like?
I lived in New York City. Where
Thank you.
at
Now,
the
can you
time-
imagine putting the whole of New York
time-
City into
Oh my God,
ovens and
we're at
concentration
8
camps? And
million people.
come on,
8
man,
million people.
it's not
I can
acceptable.
conceive.
It's not
It's
acceptable.
a city.
It's not
It's
acceptable.
not acceptable. No, I don't accept it at all.
No.
Is that an attempted genocide?
You got genocide on the brain, I swear. Who do you want to genocide? I don't understand. Who are you looking to genocide?
Well, I'm wondering what do you how many people have to die of a nation before we say, okay, this is a little too much, a genocide?
I don't know how many people died in the in the Turkish genocide of the Armenians.
You're getting like Christians now.
Well, you asked me how many people have to die, so let's figure it out. How many died? We know that 6 million people died by the Germans. How many Armenians died by the Turks in their genocide? And what is it that makes it a genocide? How many people died, and at what number did it become a genocide?
Well, yeah, that's what I want to know.
I'm talking about Turkey and Armenia. I'm talking about
Turkey.
Turkey.
Wipe out a race. So I mean, it's an act.
You don't know
So it's
anything
an
about
act
the
that
Armenian
it-
genocide, do you?
What?
You don't know anything about the Armenian genocide. Admit it. Just admit it.
No.
You don't. So
I
when
did
you
that.
when you ask me how many people does it take to call it a genocide, that is an unanswerable question. It looks like 6 million. Well, until 6 million people
that's a
get killed,
genocide.
until 6 million people get killed in Gaza, then we can't call it a genocide. Okay?
No.
So yes, because you're saying that there's a genocide. What genocide are you? If it's not Gaza, then what genocide or what alleged genocide are you referring to?
In Gaza.
Well, what
How
makes
much
it
of the
what makes it a
population?
genocide? What makes
How
it
much of that population?
how if 6 million people make it a genocide? How is Gaza a
No,
genocide?
no.
You said you agreed that
No,
6 million people
no.
killed by the Nazis is a genocide. So,
No. I said there's a genocide, but all
but
right now you're comparing apples and oranges here, Sydney. How many Jews were living at the time? 13 million.
what does
That's
it
half
matter?
the
What does it matter?
population.
6 million people
So
doesn't
now what
matter.
matters
It's got
is
nothing to do
half
with
the
it.
population.
Sorry,
Half the
I want to take you up on
population.
that. It's got nothing to do with how many Jews were living at the
Sydney,
time.
no.
Six
Why?
million people were killed. Don't make
It has not,
don't
that's
try
not a
and
number.
minimize. Don't try and minimize the situation just because they're Jews. Just because they're 6 million Jews. Oh well, no big deal.
How many Armenians were killed?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
I will find out right now.
And they called that a genocide.
You call it a genocide?
Well, I've seen it referred to as a genocide.
You call it a genocide.
I called it what people call it. I don't know what else to call
There's
it.
an Armenian Genocide Museum, actually, in Armenia.
Look at
It's called an
that.
Armenian Genocide Museum.
Really, and where's
Yeah.
the public outcry? Oh my God!
I don't know.
You don't know exactly. It's all because if they're not Jews, it's not news. Simple as that.
Are you Jewish?
I'm an atheist, buddy. I'm a strong atheist. We just went through that a million times.
But why you support a Jewish nation?
I'm a Zionist. Hello?
You're supporting a Jewish nation.
Okay.
Right. So are you Jewish?
Do you agree that Saudi Arabia is a Muslim nation? Do you agree? Do you agree that Saudi Arabia is a Muslim nation, and do you recognize Saudi Arabia as a Muslim nation? If your answer is yes, then I got to ask you: are you Muslim? See, silly.
You're not going to answer my questions, are you?
Well, I will answer your rational questions. If you ask me questions,
Are you Jewish?
I am an atheist.
Are you
I'm not. No, I'm an atheist.
But you don't have Jewish. Well, there are atheist Jews. Most Jews are not even freaking religious.
What's your point then?
Like you're Zionist.
A Jew is somebody who's
You're
religious. A
Zionist.
Jew is somebody
You-
who's religious. Who's religious, right?
Jews, no, not
Well,
necessarily.
then explain to me what is a
You
Jew.
have secular Jews. You have like these Jews that like Christians. They don't really believe. They're just cultural Jews. They're secular. They celebrate
What?
the holidays, but they don't really.
Well, I don't
believe.
celebrate holidays, so there you go.
So you're not. Are you Jewish?
No, God damn it! I've said it to you fucking
Why
3-4
are you
times
a
already.
Zionist?
Huh?
Why are you a Zionist? Why are you a Zionist?
Well, why are there Christian Zionists if they're not Jewish?
You know, Cindy, this is very frustrating that every time I ask you a question, you answer it.
Well, you're asking me silly fucking questions. Zionism and Judaism are not.
silly questions.
You're telling me that if I'm a Jew, I can be a Zionist. If I'm not a Jew, I cannot be a Zionist. That is what you're telling me, and that is a silly question. It's a silly statement.
No, I'm just asking if you're Jewish, and
I'm
if
not.
Why are you supporting the Jewish state? Why are you a Zionist? What's
Okay,
so hard
we
about
agreed. We agreed that
I
6
gotta
million.
take a piss,
We
and
agreed.
it's 4:20.
We
I
agreed.
gotta take a piss and smoke some weed.
We we agreed. We agreed that 6 million Jews were killed by the Germans, and we also have to understand that while the Jews were under pressure by the Germans to be killed, there wasn't anything they could do. There wasn't anywhere they could run to. There was no Israel to help them, to save them. Every other modern war that involves minorities being murdered and being murdered and what am I trying to say here? Murdered and discriminated against. None of them had anywhere to go to. They had to sit there and die in a concentration camp. If there wasn't Israel, they would have been able to go to Israel as refugees, and everything would be fine. So, the reason for Israel is there's no question. Number one, Israel does exist. Number two, they're powerful enough to hold on to their land. And number three, they're powerful enough to annex the land that they should have annexed in 1967. And I hope that answers your question, which you didn't hear because you went for a piss.
Right, I couldn't hear your answer over the powerful stream of urine hitting the toilet water from my humongous penis.
Holy shit! That's that reminds me of the movie Dune.
Oh, Sammy's out there. Sammy, come on in. You have Discord?
Sammy from Israel? Oh, Jesus Christ. No, don't invite
No,
him.
he's Sammy from Australia. He's an atheist. He's 420 atheist.
Oh, 420 atheist?
Yes, 420 atheist.
No, he sounds like a hostile individual.
No, he's not hostile at all.
Well, when people
No,
don't understand,
he
when
will
people
be hostile with very disingenuous people, which is fine by me because, yeah.
Anyway, it looks to me like our friend is still not arriving, is he?
He's not. It's not happening. It's not happening at this point.
Okay.
Because what? It's an hour and a half.
4 p.m. and it's now almost 5:30. Yeah.
It's an hour and a half. Jesus is gonna before he comes. Before he goes online.
Maybe. Well, that was disappointing. I was really
I'm trying to
looking.
get some people in here if you want to talk chit chat. Huh?
Well, I don't want to sit and argue with 20 people when they don't understand. Like, no one in the chat seems to understand. They all seem to be, the indoctrination that one gets as a child when they're indoctrinating you into God and Jesus and all this kind of stuff. Well, I never got that. But it seems to me that if you do get that, it never leaves you. There's always something sort of in the back of your head which
I'm gonna say never leaves you. I mean,
it never leaves you, because look at you. You're still
Never-
arguing. You're still arguing for God somehow. You're still arguing, on these Zionism. You have a problem with me being a Zionist, even though I'm not a Jew. Why
Did I
do you
say
have
that? Wait
a
a minute.
problem with it? I don't get
Sydney?
it.
Sydney,
Yes, sir. What?
one. When did I say I had a problem with it?
By
Sure,
asking
because
me,
I'm
if you're not a
asking
Jew, how can you be a Zionist? That's what you asked
Well,
me.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, that shows that you
Doesn't
don't understand.
doesn't say-
You don't
doesn't say-
understand
doesn't
history.
say
You
anything
don't
about-
understand the Zionist cause. You don't understand it. But until you educate yourself, maybe do a bit of reading on the history of Zionism from 1897 with Theodor Herzl, you'll understand that it's not a religious thing. It's a secular concept. Nobody wanted religious Jews in Israel. Nobody wanted that. But unfortunately, that's what happened. But the concept of Zionism was secular. It was, to be honest, was secular socialist.
What do you expect to go to Israel is religious Jews and religious.
Actually, no.
Muslims.
I'll tell you. Let me tell you the story.
It's supposed to be God's holy
Hold
land,
on a
no?
second. Hold on a second. Let me fill you in. In 1947, when the State of Israel was proclaimed, they did not want religious people there. But there were about 400 religious families that had, either were there or had come from Europe, and they felt really sorry for these people that come from Europe.
There were
They've
only
been
400.
400 families, yeah. But that has
There were
grown.
only
That has
400
grown.
families.
That has grown into them having 30% voting rights in the legislation in the Knesset. They have 30%. So I think that's wrong. I think that's bullshit. I think that
400 people. 400.
400 families. Sorry, 400 families.
I don't get this. How are you going to say, okay, Israel?
Ben look, James Corvus. He says Ben Gurion was an atheist. Of course, he was an atheist. What's your question?
Why would you give the land? You here, Jews, want to give you this land, which includes.
Well, that just shows how you don't know your fucking history. When you say that,
I am very ignorant.
nobody gave anybody. Nobody gave anything to anybody. If somebody owns land, they purchase the land.
Or no, they take it by force.
Really? Show me an example.
Show you an example.
Yeah.
Every empire that started took land by force.
Then you don't understand. You don't understand the history of the partition of British Palestine. You just don't understand what happened between 1917 and 1947. You just don't have a clue.
I'm in 2025.
1917 to 1947 is how many years there? It's 30. It's 30 years. That's 30 years of British Palestine. 30 years.
30 years of British Palestine.
Yes.
Which, what I do know is that.
Oh, sorry, maybe, yeah.
All I do know is that when the Brits were dividing up the land, they seemed to mess up a lot
Oh,
of
they
things 'cause
fucked
they
it
didn't
up.
take into consideration fucking tribes and all this other stuff. All right, they just arbitrarily made these lines, it seemed. But
Not only
anyway,
did they make the lines arbitrarily, but they installed the Hashemite clan as the as the rulers of what they call Transjordan. Now, when the British took over Palestine, the British Palestine, all of Palestine was all of Palestine. All of Palestine. I haven't finished yet. But let me finish. All of Palestine was destined to be for a Jewish homeland. All of it. That means Israel and Judea, Samaria, Gaza, and Transjordan, all of it. That was all to be the Jewish homeland in 1917, 1918, whenever. 1919, whenever they finished their war. But
Declared by who?
Declared by the League of Nations. In 1917, when the League of... Yeah, I mean, you see, this is what I'm saying. You don't know your fucking history. You do not know anything. And I will not answer questions that stem from ignorance. I'm sorry. It's a waste of my time.
Who gave the authority to the League of Nations to give certain lands to Israel?
They didn't give anything. Britain beat the Ottomans in a fair fight. The Ottoman Empire was in charge. They had control of the region of Palestine. When the British beat the Ottoman at the end of World War One,
took control.
why are you speaking over me?
Because it's might versus might is right.
It got nothing to do with anything. So what if might is right?
Right, might is right.
So what? Yeah, okay. If might is right, then Israel deserves to be, including Gaza, including the Judea and Samaria, including the Golan Heights. There you go, because might is right. So end of story. If you agree that might is right, and I agree that might is right, then we have nothing to talk about because Israel has the might. Therefore, they're right.
Right. That's why you think it's right. That's why you think it's right.
You sure?
Right. Yeah.
Listen, if you guys, I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
American helping Israel wouldn't happen.
I'm prepared to go and have a hangout where I'll give you the history as it unfolded from the time the British defeated the Ottoman Empire and marched into British Palestine, okay? And we can take it from there. And if you don't know it, it's probably a good idea for you to get to know all of that history and not just guess.
Why did they march into that? Ottoman Empire. Why they do that? Why they do it?
Oh, I'm sure they had no reason. They just didn't like. They just didn't like Ottomans, and they just went in there because
What's the you know the history. Tell me why they do it.
You ever heard of World War One? Ever heard? No, I'm asking you. Have you ever heard of World War One?
Yes.
Okay, there's your answer.
Because of World War One.
Okay, yeah. What's the problem with that? World War One. There was a winner and there was a loser. The winner was Britain. The loser was the Ottomans. Okay, now you got now you can figure it out from there. Why they marched into Ottoman into the Ottoman Empire, because they defeated them. The same way that the Americans and the Russians went into Germany, because they defeated them. They defeated them, and that's why they marched in. Why did the British march into the Ottoman Empire? Because they defeated them in battle. Hello.
That makes no sense, Sidney.
That's because you're not a thinker.
No, you make that statement makes no sense at all.
You said might is right. You said might is right. I give you an example of how might is right, and now you tell me that doesn't make any sense.
You're telling me that they went into the Ottoman Empire because they defeated them.
They didn't.
That's what you said.
I said they defeated the Ottoman Empire, and then they marched into mandatory Palestine because that's how they defeated them. I mean, they went in there, they defeated the army, and then when they were left, they had all this territory, the British did. And then the British Parliament, or British and French, or whatever, they decided to split the region into mandates. So they gave the British the mandate for Iraq, and they gave the British the mandate for Palestine, and they gave the French the mandate for Syria. And maybe one other thing, I can't remember what it was. But that is how the British came to be in control of British Palestine. Questions? I guess I answered that question for him because he has disappeared, Mr.
I'm here.
Brojo. Oh, okay, well, there's your answer.
I'm here. I'm just reading.
Okay. So John Gischala's birthday today, and he has no one to celebrate it with.
What this came down to is oil, like it always does, it seems. So the Brits had interest in the oil there. They wanted that territory.
If you look at the map of Jordan, you'll see that there's a long, big strip that heads towards Iraq, right? If you look at the map of Jordan. Have you seen a map of Jordan, Brojo?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that there's a long, thick strip that sort of heads out into the desert towards Iraq and borders Iraq. So the whole deal with it, and remember that the British had the mandate over Iraq. So the reason that they had all this long, big corridor to Iraq was because of oil. Just like you said. Yes. You're correct. The borders were based on things that had nothing to do with ethnicity. Zero.
They just wanted the oil.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the Brits' fault. They go in there and screwed everything up because they wanted oil. Same thing what America's doing now.
No, I think you're just being otherwise. You're just being sort of negative Nancy. Whatever I say, you're just going to say, you're going to argue against it. You're going to bring up something irrational, illogical, and argue against it.
I'm just saying this is why we don't have peace in the world.
We don't have peace in the world because of religion.
No.
Yes.
No, it's
yes.
Of fighting. Of course, no. It's a fight for territory and resources.
And without religion, there would be no need to fight for anything because we'd all be getting along and trading with each other. There's nothing to
Yeah,
fight
I'm sure the
about.
Brits were fine flying that Christian flag while they were going into the Ottoman Empire.
The
The
Union.
Church
You
of-
think the Union Jack is a Christian flag?
Right?
Do you think the Union Jack is a Christian flag?
I don't know, but
You just said, yeah, hold on a second. Come on, man. You just said the British were flying a Christian flag when they went into the Ottoman Empire. With the British flag's the Union Jack, and then I ask you, is it a Christian flag? And you say you don't know. So
Well,
now,
the
now you're
American
just trolling
the
me.
American flag.
You're trolling me.
The American flag's not a Christian flag yet. Most of the nation is considered.
Why
Christian.
are you
The
changing?
leadership
Why are you
are
changing the
Christian.
subject?
Because it
I
is fair
don't
to
care.
say
You said the
that
British
Brits
flag is a Christian
are a
flag.
Christian nation fighting the Muslims.
Now, you are so totally out of it.
So you want to talk about religion being the cause of the war? Just look at the Brits.
Well, you're not making any sense to me, and I hope you're making sense to the few people who have remained to listen to us.
They could come in. I wish they would come in. Hey, Doubting Thomas is out there.
So I tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to have more of these chat room type.
I'm by the 420 Cafe. Anytime, we have them all the time, especially on Sunday.
Well, if I do go to the 420 Cafe, I'm
But
gonna.
I'm doing less of them.
I-
No, I'm doing less of them. I'll tell you the truth, Cindy. Though I am doing less of them because a lot of the conversations, especially when with the same people over and over, it's just to me, it's
Right.
time is too short. I just turned 60. All
You,
right,
whew, you're so young.
time is too short, Sydney, to be wasting time with fools.
Well, as
I
long
like the conversation, but I want to have a genuine conversation,
well,
even with the atheists.
good luck. Well, I am an atheist, and you're not having a genuine conversation with me. It seems.
I am having a genuine conversation.
Well, you
but
just
it's
said
honestly-
you want me to join your Friday night
Yeah,
cafe because you want to have a genuine conversation.
here they come.
What's wrong with this one? I mean, I don't mind joining you, but I will tell you this: that if I do join, I'll probably stream it live on my channel.
That's okay.
Okay.
You should do Captain Picard impersonations.
If I had a Captain
you-
Picard tutor, I would.
I think you could really do some good skits, Sydney, doing Captain Picard.
Yeah.
You can do them as an atheist, like do some kind of atheist skit. Get a captain's shirt, Star Trek. Do the backdrop. You could do it, man.
Yeah, but what's the point?
The point is, people watch. They might watch that.
I'm
It's a
not.
gimmick.
I understand that, but yes, okay, it would be yes, yeah, absolutely. People
Just
would
for a
come
skit,
and watch.
one skit.
Once.
One
Yeah.
skit. Do it for Halloween.
All right, we'll see how it goes.
Halloween.
We'll see if I get any
Halloween,
if I
did
get any help because I don't know Picard. I mean, haven't really watched. I have watched Star Trek, but it's been a long time.
Well, you have to go watch Star Trek Next Generation, and
Yeah, and I especially haven't watched any of the movies. I used to watch
just
an episode.
get his mannerism down. But you could do with definitely the accent. You have the look.
Yeah, you think?
I take the glasses off. Oh, yeah, I think you could do it. I think you could pull it off. What do you think?
Number
folks?
2.
Come on, chat. Captain Picard. What do you think?
Number 2 to the bridge immediately.
It's
Nah, it
number
doesn't.
one.
It just doesn't work.
That's number 1.
Oh, is it number? Oh, fuck. See, I don't even know my Star Trek
Number two-
lingo.
Number 2 in the bathroom.
Well, I'll do it if I can sort of make a go of it. I just don't want to do it and make a fool of myself because I do that without pretending to. As
So
you
when you
can,
make a fool of yourself.
I don't mind making a
No
fool of
one-
myself. I mean,
Who cares, Sydney? You know what?
no one
This
cares.
is too In 2 generations, no one's gonna remember you.
Well, if I make a fool of myself, maybe somebody will give me a $5 super chat whatever they're called, super sticker or something. Maybe that's the way to go. Nah, no, I'm very focused on what I want to do, and having fun and laughing is all part of it.
Oh yeah.
And if I do Captain Picard,
Yeah.
I expect to get the captain to become the captain of the Enterprise. Nothing less.
See, even my friend Sammy says, "Look, you are a ringer for Captain Picard. It is you. See, see."
Yeah, all right. Just don't tell Picard because he might get jealous. He might sue me for impersonation.
And you can even go see him do other stuff because he's done a lot of theater. Too.
Well, in order for me to do Picard, I gotta have to study Picard a lot because I don't and I haven't. So if you guys want to send me stuff,
Well, if you don't want to watch full episodes, I'm sure you can get clips on YouTube of the greatest Picard moments.
oh no, I could watch all the episodes and all the movies I want, but I just don't have the time.
That's what I'm saying. You might want to just get clips on YouTube or something.
Nah, I'll just watch one movie. I'll watch. Which one did you recommend?
No, it was it was a series. Well, there was a movie, but there was a series, Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh, The Next Generation. Okay, so that's the one where Picard is.
That's the one where Captain Picard.
How many seasons did it run?
I don't even know.
Multiple.
Google is your friend.
Google is my friend. Yeah.
Google is your friend. And so is Grok.
Gemini is my best buddy.
You like Gemini? I haven't tried Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini's great. Oh, I've got some incredible conversations. Also with Grok, I had some unbelievable conversations with Grok. I'm going to share them one day.
Someone
hey, Speedy.
said that they got Grok
Peace,
to
man.
admit that God exists.
Well, I had a different conversation with Grok. I actually have recorded it. I mean, I captured it.
Oh, cool. Well, it isn't like any of my friends coming in here.
No one's coming in yet. This is probably going to be. We're probably going to call it a night pretty soon, because nobody else comes in. And
Yeah, I gotta go eat something.
yeah,
anyway.
and also I don't like being in a chat room, like in a room like this, where people come in and talk to me, and at the same time they're typing to me in the live chat, which it doesn't make sense.
You do that all the.
Come in and ask me a question, because if you ask me a question in
I do
the
that all
side
the-
chat, either I don't see it, or if I do see it and I don't answer it, then you don't get
You
an
gotta
answer.
go back and forth. Have you ever thought of using StreamYard?
StreamYard's firstly, StreamYard is limited. You're only limited to 1 hour. So no.
1 hour, 20 hours a month.
Exactly. That's limited. I don't need that.
You can pay for it.
That's a whole lot. That's why I use open source software for everything. Well, not everything. I have purchased software which I use, but most everything is open source.
I get it.
Even this is open source.
But you can't see, yeah, but here, see, I gotta go back and forth to see comments on YouTube. StreamYard, I don't have to do that. Unless
Oh, well,
there's
you
a
want me
way
to you want me to share the comments?
Well, I mean, if it make it easier for you, if you were able to see them in Discord.
Well, in
Right,
Discord, there's a chat anyway.
Yeah.
Now, if there was no Discord, then the live chat is paramount. But if there is Discord, then the voice chat is paramount. .420
So if
atheist.
next time I see you, or if you come by my room, maybe we can continue the conversation on quote unquote God.
Okay, when do you go live? When do you have your rooms? Friday nights?
It varies. Usually, regularly, Sundays and Wednesdays. Wednesdays is hump day.
Oh, all right.
So I usually do a hump day hangout.
Okay.
Sometimes it's open. Sometimes I have topics to get things going.
All right.
And then usually Sunday though is like a God talk since it's Sunday. It's
Okay.
420 Cafe, or check out because I might be going back. I'm starting to do stuff back on my original channel. I'm thinking of doing a different format. I'm still trying to figure things out. I need change. I just feel changes in the air, Sydney.
Uh-huh.
You know, same old. You know what I'm saying? Change. I just feel changes in the air.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But about
What does the other channel called? You said.
Positive. Huh?
What is the other channel called? You said.
Well, it was originally